What's up, guys, and welcome back to the No Ball Knowledge Podcast, where today we're going to be talking about Real Madrid as we preview the 2026-2027 season. Now, Yali, if there's one club that has an absolute shit sandwich going on right now, it's Real Madrid. Everything from the media to the signings to the dressing room to the managerial appointments to the fans. I mean, like, nothing is going right over there. Nothing at all. And so I don't even know where to begin this particular video because it's just like, which end of the shit sandwich do you bite first? Like I don't know what to do. So I'm hoping you can help me out there in terms of, what you want to talk about first. Do we go with Mourinho? Do we go with Vinicius? Like, what do we talk about?
I mean, if you haven't watched our Manchester United video, please go watch it. But I said in that United video that common sense walked into like the room at United. And Real Madrid, they walked away the day that Toni Kroos walked out, and it forgot about Madrid. Madrid is not a thing in its map anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you, Javi. That team, like you said, is a shit show. But there was a point in this summer where I was generally scared, and that's when they got linked to Rodri. I was actually scared. I thought to myself, this is exactly what they need. They don't have a midfield. The midfield is absolute dog shit. It's trash. And they're going to bring in a guy who's literally a living legend. One of the best players of all time in his position. With I would argue with anybody that he is the smartest player in world football right now. He has the highest footballing IQ in world football right now. Going to a team who, if you put them all together, they probably have a negative IQ, right? So he was going to make all those donkeys look like really good players. And then you find out that they don't want to sign them. We've been watching this team for 2 years. And I mean, I know like our channel wasn't up, but Javi knows and he will not let me lie. 2 years ago when they started killing Mbappe, I said that they would not win anything
He
because,
did. He said it.
because,
I kid you not. He literally said, "Yo, a hot take, but Real Madrid will not win anything next year." And this was right after they won the Champions League and signed Kylian Mbappe. No bullshit. He said
and I
that.
mean, and I'm not going to take credit for last season. That was a hot take only for the first season. I am not going to lie to anybody here and act like I said that they were never going to win anything. Last year, I didn't even say that. I actually thought like they would actually win something last year on the Xavi Alonso. But just like I said, that hot take then, I'm going to say another one, which maybe it bites me. They're not going to win anything until they don't get a good midfielder. Like, how do you watch this team for 2 years and think, no, yeah, we're just going to run it back with, like Chouameni, Valverde, and that's it. Because, guys, we saw Jude Bellingham in the World Cup. He was amazing. He is a striker. He is pretty much a striker. He is a second striker. Those guys are going to play 4-2-4. And now you would think, okay, well, I'm going to play that way. But I got Bernardo Silva, so I'm going to use him as a false right winger, right? So that's pretty much a midfielder, right? No, they go out there and they buy Diomande for 125, 140 million euros or whatever. So that's a guy that's always going to play. So now you're playing with four actual true strikers. Like, like what? Like what? Do they not realize that every big team in Europe, their midfield is amazing? Every team has at least three guys there who are out of this world. And you go out there and say, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to play with two and they're both dog shit. They are not technical. They are not high IQ players. They are guys that you literally that they need a guy next to them to tell them what to do. I'm just going to run it back with them.
And this is a club that won what 3 Champions Leagues on the trot with Casemiro, Luka Modric, and Toni Kroos. You would think, and then and Isco coming off the bench. You would think like, hey, like this is the model, right? I just lost Toni Kroos. I just lost Luka Modric. I need to replace these guys. I need to replace the technical quality, but I also need to replace the footballing IQ. No, not at all. I don't need to do that. It's just like I don't know where it registers, with Florentino Perez or whoever's in charge of transfers over there. I don't know how that registers. We then and I think it all comes back down to that Kylian Mbappe signing. And let's be real, Yadi, that signing was a commercial signing. That was a signing for commercial purposes to sell merchandise, to get the image rights. That's what it was. Because you called it, you knew that from a tactical perspective, making it work with both him and Vinicius did not make sense. Instead of prioritizing reinventing that midfield. The Xavi Alonso project failed before it even began. When you had a club legend, one of the most gifted minds in football, both as a player and as a manager, being able to come here and actually give him a project, you didn't allow to do so because the actual dressing room turned against him and didn't allow him to implement his ideas and that philosophy. So that bridge was burned before it was even freaking built. Like the materials got on site and you lit it on fire before you even put it together. Okay. And then now you have Vinicius flirting with a move with Arsenal, whether he was going to stay or not. Now you're breaking your own salary structure, your own like rules, which you were strict about for ages. You literally let Cristiano Ronaldo go, one of your best players ever. You did the same thing with Sergio Ramos, your club captain, who basically won you 2 Champions Leagues by himself. You would not pay those guys any ludicrous fees at all. And you've broken now your own rules, not once, but twice, just to be able to retain a player threatening to leave on a free. And now your big solution to this problem is to get Jose Mourinho, which as much as we love him, because he's a pop culture icon, as much as we love him, this guy hasn't been relevant in football for the last 10 years. And what do you want him to do so that he can be there in the dressing room and say, in the blue corner, we have Chumani, and in the red corner, we have Abede. Like, that's what you're bringing him in for? You're not bringing them to solve the tactical problems, or you're bringing them in to manage the egos, to manage the dressing room. Like, what problem does Mourinho solve for you? That's what I want to know. What problem does he solve over there?
I mean, from the Mourinho standpoint, the one problem that I think he could definitely solve is that instead of being a 1v1 between Chamani and Barbede, we could literally see a free fall. He might go in there and throw some punches himself. So that's like, I mean, dude, these guys really went out there and got Jose Mourinho in big 2026. Like, I don't think people clock this. Like, all right, let's do a thing, right?
This guy was in Turkey, bro.
Like, dude, this guy won the league with Chelsea in 2015. I'm 100% sure about that. Then he went to United and he won the Europa League, if I am not mistaken there. He won the Europa League and he won, I think, a cup.
The EFL
So we're
Cup.
talking about 2017. Then after that, I'm pretty sure the only thing he has won since was the Conference League with Roma. That's the only thing that he has won. So if we're being honest, in the last decade, he won the Europa League, the Conference League, and the Carabao Cup or whatever it was called back then. He hasn't won a league title in over a decade. And you go and you bring this guy in. And the thing that you said about Vinicius, it's 100% like right. You broke the transfer structure of the team when you signed Mbappe. So then instead of like pretty much fixing your mistake, you double down on it. And I have news for you. You know whose time is gonna come to like renew his contract soon? Jude Bellingham. What do you think that guy's gonna ask for? You really think he's gonna be like, oh no, yeah, dude, just keep the same money? No, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna run down his contract, and then when he's 1 year left, he's gonna say, okay, I want to make this much, and you're gonna have to pay me a bonus as a free agent or whatever, just like you paying everybody else. Which, by the way, I'm not gonna come here and act like I'm pocket watching people. I don't really care what teams do with sort of like the bill wage. I don't really care. It just shows how you're doing the complete opposite of what you used to do when you were successful. That's what catches my eye. I mean, honestly, I've been one of those guys, how like, you know me, I don't care about the oil money thing. I'm not into that stuff. You want to pay a guy $1 billion, I'm go for it. But it also tells me something here. Has anybody been watching, obviously, Real Madrid, like they haven't, because they haven't signed up midfielder, but has anybody been watching Vinicius for the last 2 years? Are you telling me that's a guy that deserves that type of money? Did anybody see what he did to Xavi Alonso in the Clásico, in the biggest game in the world, in front of the whole world watching when he got subbed off and he started acting like a little baby, like leaving his coach looking absolute terrible, and you sort of reward him by giving him this massive contract? So that's how things are going in that club. Two players almost killed each other, and they're both there. Tchouaméni gets a renewal too. His contract, he's getting way more money now. Valverde is your captain, so there's no consequences in this club. It's like what is going on here?
That's a fucking circus. That's what that is. That's a circus.
I don't think, like, honestly, I feel like it's Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world. I'm a Real Madrid hater. I'm not going to hide that. I mean, I'm the biggest Barca fan that you can find. But you look at that, and if you actually stand back and you analyze that, you say, how does this even make sense? Like, is anybody running this club? Like, people don't realize this guy, they got in a fist fight. He punched him. This guy fell into a table, cracked his head open. One of them gets a renewal, and then the other one is the captain. And they're supposed to play next to each other.
and all you get is un comunicado oficial. That's all you get.
Like,
It's crazy.
and then you bring Mourinho back, and then anybody that somewhat has a decent IQ could see that in no world is Vinicius and Mbappe going to work because I'm an idiot and I called that. So anybody should be able to see that. And they're like, oh yeah, you know what? We're just gonna double down on this and we're just gonna go for it.
I think it's gotten to the point where Real Madrid is now being run more for commercial reasons than
Yeah.
footballing reasons.
Yeah.
That's what it's come down to, and it's you got to look at Florentino Perez, but it's also crazy that a guy who has run and you think you said it perfectly. It's you're not pocket watching, but you're doing the things that you wouldn't even dare to do during the time when you were being successful because you understood that the badge was bigger than the player. And now, for the first time ever, it seems like the players have more leverage in the actual club. And there was one club in world football that you thought you could say that's never going to happen there. It was at Real Madrid, and now it is. And it doesn't surprise me why they haven't been successful, and that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they're facing another trophyless season. So it's gonna be a fun one, that's for sure. If there's any hidden cameras there, please, 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 please release the documentary because that's going to be absolute cinema. Watching Jose Mourinho over there, and yeah, it's gonna be an exciting and interesting one, that's for sure. But would love to get your thoughts below. Was Jose Mourinho the right man over there? Can Mbappe and Vinicius work? Do you agree with the way things have been moving? Do you think Real Madrid might do something? Do you think they've had a good transfer window? Are we just over here chatting shit? Please let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.